Okay. Hi, welcome everybody. My name is Sarah Blasio, board certified art therapist from the Wellness Center. And today we're going to be doing eco art therapy using materials from nature to create something called a rock wrapping. And I'll show you, mine is pretty simple, but there's a lot of neat techniques out there. First, I'm going to start by reading our waiver. In order to make these classes as really accessible as possible to our participants, we will be using a verbal warning and assumption of risk at the beginning of class. Participation in this online class is voluntary. Physical activity programs may result in injury, and by participating, you assume the risk of injury that may result from your participation. We strongly recommend that you participate from a space suitable for this activity. For example, make sure you have moved nearby furniture and other hazards. If you're participating in a yoga class or one that involves laying on the ground, we recommend using a mat, or if you don't have a carpeted area. Participants are encouraged to stop if they experience pain or injury and should seek appropriate medical advice or care as needed. William & Mary Health and Wellness strongly recommends each participant have an annual physical exam and follow the advice of your healthcare provider before participating. That does not really relate to art, but we have to read it each time. Okay, so what we're gonna do is you'll need a rock, and you can use a stick, or I was thinking a feather could be neat. Or I even have this like little hay thing. So if you don't have that stuff, you can grab it now. Do y'all have that? Those of you that are here? Yes?
I took a stick from my yard.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to go get mine. I'll be right
okay,
back.
You go grab your supplies, Sarah. And you have some stuff, Elizabeth?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. While they're grabbing supplies, I'm actually going to share my screen and show you guys some really neat examples out there, because I'm just going to show a very basic one today, but I want to show you guys really some neat ones that and much more elaborate. Can you give me a thumbs up? You can see my screen, right? Okay, I'm going to minimize this. So these are just some really neat images that I've come across. So I just used yarn, but a lot of people find it easier to use cane or kind of like, oh shoot, what is it called? Like leather cording. It looks like this might be jute. Something that's thicker and stiffer seems to be helpful, and you'll see as we go, but like this person just used embroidery floss probably. But there's so many neat ones. This is wire, so this is different. Neat techniques where you can braid a stick in or a feather and all of these. So if you actually just go online and search rock wrapping techniques, like this is really cool. That's really neat. We should try that one. You can find tons of different ones out there. I just wanted to kind of show you that. And talk about, so eco art is the use of materials from nature in art as a way to, as like a coping skill, as a way to calm ourselves, as a way to connect with nature. Yeah, any of the above. So eco art can be doing art in nature or using materials from nature in your artwork. So I'm gonna show you how I started mine, and we're going to record just the beginning, and then we'll be able to interact more and do it together slower. But so all I have here is a simple rock from outside, one with kind of like a flatter side, you'll see, and then something that you want to weave with it. I picked this little piece of wheat that I had. I was thinking lavender would be good too. That might be kind of pretty. It's a little more delicate though, I feel like. So let me show you. So I'm going to do a quick one here on the recording, and then we'll spend a little more time together. So watch me first, and then we'll do ours together. Basically, I just took some yarn, a rock, and anything, a stick. I'm going to probably trim this shorter. And when you stepped away, basically all I did, Sarah, was show some options online. Like there's just so much out there. If you Google it, it's really neat. All right, so basically you start at the back of your rock, okay? And we can do this again together. You start at the back of your rack. I don't know, I'm just deciding this is the back. They're kind of equal. It doesn't really matter which is which. Putting a little extra. I was thinking it might be helpful to like tape it. I don't know. We'll have to see, experiment on that, because you have to hold this loose piece here throughout. Okay. Then what you'll do, all right, so I'm holding it like this. I'm trying to get it so y'all can see too. And then I have whatever item I want to tie down, whether it's a stick or a rock or a piece of lavender. My yarn. Hold on, my yarn got tangled in my chair. There we go. All right. On the rack, sorry guys. Okay, so then you're gonna take your string, you're gonna wrap it around, just a loop around whatever item, and don't worry, you don't have to do it now if you don't want to. Wrap it around tight so it holds it like that, and then come back the other side. And it is better, you kind of have to do it real tight, I found. So pull that nice and taut. And then you're going to go around the other side. And our goal with this back string here is that you kind of, if you see on the back of the one I completed, you want it to go through, like be held down by the other ones. So I'm just holding with my finger. I did my loop. Then you come around the other side, wrap around. And so you want to keep that string behind. I don't know if you guys can see this. There we go. See how I wrapped it over the other one? Do a loop. As I did before. Gosh, this isn't a very good angle. And then come back. And the closer together, the better it looks. So the closer you can get these strings as you go, the better. So pull tight, do a wrap, go around. Okay. Trying to hold down the other one. So pull tight. Go around. So a long kind of like rectangular rock, rectangular-ish, would probably make it easier. And you just take your time. Uh-oh, I almost broke my wheat. See, that's the difference. The stick is a little more sturdy. Wrap and go around. So say I have this done. I'll push them all closer together. Ooh, mine's like curved. Kind of neat. I delicately space them. Then all you're going to do, what I did on the back, I put the one that you end with through a few layers and tie it off with the one you started with. I hope this is a little tough to explain, but I will do it again for you guys. So this, I would imagine, is good for people that need to work on their motor skills. Could be tough for kiddos or people struggling with their fine motor. But then you can see on the back, all I did was go underneath and then tie it to secure it. I did 2 knots. And the more you do, of course, the better it looks. The closer together, the better it looks. It's fun to pick different colors, thread. And really, if you're using leather or cane, they call it, you know, like they make chair seats from, it's a little easier because it's stiffer. So it kind of stays in place a little bit better. I mean, you could experiment. Wire could be fun too, but that's a whole nother thing. I don't know if you would be able to put that around something. You slide. Fine. It's hard to move it once you wrap it, so remember that. I saw one video they were using tweezers to manipulate, which is a little intense, but I mean, I guess it could help with the details. And then I'm going to trim mine. And there's lots and lots and lots and lots of variations out there. I'm just kind of showing one of the more basic ones. There's a braid one that looks pretty neat. Let's see. So this is my example that I wanted to show. And it's called rock wrapping, if you like it. Here's 2 different examples, and there's lots out there. It's very, very mindful. It will keep your focus if you've got something on your mind and you're like, gosh, I can't stop thinking about that. And it's just really pretty. I think they're so pretty to have around your house. So I'll stop the recording for now, and the rest of us can kind of interact more as we would normally. Rock wrapping with Sarah. Wait, I didn't stop the recording.